We're leveraging AI to make our customers' lives easier and make them better marketers. We're not trying to replace what they do. We're trying to let them focus on running their business, which is what a lot of small businesses are really focused with.
So, Andy, what's on your mind these days?
We are working heavily with AI, and AI is top of mind to me. What comes next? Like right now, the way that people, companies talk about AI, it's kind of, you used to hear, let's get the team to sprinkle a little UX on it, right? Now let's sprinkle a little UI on it. I mean, AI on it. And what's interesting is AI-powered experiences are table stakes now. And people don't need to know or hear, and some customers fear even the word AI. But really, it's the way that we are able to access information, and it's the speed in which we process data. I remember working in AI back at 3M in 2015, 2016, and we were working with auto-suggested coding for hospitals that do medical billing on what a principal diagnosis would be. And everyone was like, I don't trust this machine. I know this information. But then eventually they changed the classification and it needed more specificity. And they had this big book they had to go through. And they're like, well, wait, let's see what you generate and let me check that and see if it's right. And that turned into like helping train the model plus natural language processing and how they read doctors' notes to understand. And those are early days of AI, but we never called them AI. It was just an advanced way of computing. And now people use generative AI a lot for text or some images. And then it's funny, it does text and it does images, but when you generate images with text, it's a mess. But it is making people do less tedious things faster, but still exercise their brain. A lot of times I will use generative AI to write a couple of bullet points, add some meat to these bones, right? And then I look at it, there's a couple of things I want to change. And then I say, all right, we'll write it in a more casual tone. And it makes it a little bit easier for me to just go through a 10-minute edit and not have to worry about that blank page for 30 minutes. What we're doing is leveraging AI. We released a feature called Campaign Builder just recently. A marketer can go ahead and say, hey, with their own word, what do they want to do? And we will go ahead and say, okay, you want to tell us that you're going to have a sale on t-shirts, and we will start to generate for you based on that. This is the email that you'll send to communicate that. This is a text message you can send to communicate that. This is a social media post to communicate that. And we will schedule it for you as well. We're leveraging AI to make our customers' lives easier and make them better marketers. We're not trying to replace what they do. We're trying to let them focus on running their business, which is what a lot of small businesses are really focused with. Not how do I send this message and how do I craft this great marketing piece or marketing campaign. No, I want to bake cookies and I want to make the best cookies and people will come. But if you tell them you have a sale on Saturday, more of them will come and buy. We leverage AI as that. It's more of I look at it more like a coach.
Sure. So, how has the feedback been so far on some of the AI tools that you're providing to your customers?
It's been really good. People aren't intimidated by it. They see it as helpful. A lot of them like to write things themselves in their own words, and they maybe just use the way that you change the style of the writing. Image generation is it's still got some work to do across the board. So we're learning what our customers want and figuring out how to get them that a little bit easier. But at the same time, we're able to help pull in certain components of their brand. So whenever they go to generate an image, we have their images for them. So it's been good. The feedback's been overwhelmingly positive.
Great. You mentioned a couple instances. How are you or your team using AI in some of your work?
It helps me write better internal communication to my team. Whenever I'm trying to figure out the right thing to say to my team, sometimes it's short, sometimes it's too detailed, sometimes it's too meandering. And how do I get it to the right level of detail that conveys what I want it to convey and not spend 15 cycles on it? We don't really use AI in terms of the design that we do. We're not looking to manipulate images. Our marketing team, I'm sure, uses Photoshop's generative AI tool. We don't. We do most of our work in Figma, and the AI tools there are not yet up to par of what we would need. There's a lot of ways product managers will use AI to write better user stories, really it's still helping a lot with writing. I think communication is a really important and crucial piece to collaboration and overall success of an organization. And if our biggest win, the way we use AI to improve that, then to me, that's meeting the need that we have.
Absolutely. That's a huge win for
But
sure.
we're also exploring all of the possibilities of AI so that we can start to really understand how we can bring it to other parts of our product.
Right. And providing that value for your customers.
Right, exactly.
You mentioned you were using AI back in 2015 at 3N. Do you feel like it's becoming more acceptable or the norm to use AI in different ways?
I think so. It's comparable. I was having a conversation with our chief product officer yesterday, and I was like, yeah, everyone's got an AI feature, but really it's just a feature. When do we take the word AI out of it? And he's like, well, we just went through that with big data. He's like, everyone was hot for big data. Now it's just data, right? It's personalized data. So I think we're going through the same thing with AI. It's a new feature. It's got interest. Everyone feels like, oh, if I add this, it makes me look like I'm understanding the needs of the market and I'm up to speed. But eventually it just goes away and it becomes part of how we work and what we do. It becomes natural. And we haven't even seen AI on quantum computing or anything. But emerging technology is always an exciting field, but it's always a little bit risky, right? Because anytime we introduce something new that we aren't fully sure of the capability of it or harm that it can cause or the right way to use it, and we operate at the speed that we need to get to market, we've seen time after time after time as a technology industry, we've made certain mistakes that we always hope that we won't make them again. You read the thing with OpenAI and Scarlett Johansson and what's going on there and how they backtrack from that. But there's a lot of people talking already about ethical AI and how that works. And to me, the fact that we're already focusing on that makes me feel more optimistic that we will do better. We won't be perfect, but we will do better as an industry this time around than we have in the past.
Sure. Yeah, I like that too, that there is that human component of let's consider the implications and the ethical implications of what this could be doing.
Right.
Having a conversation around that.
Exactly.
Check out all my interviews with industry leaders on BlatzChatz.